gotta get a little honey, it's better than money. If you ain't loving, then you ain't living. If you ain't loving, you ain't living. George Strait, originally Fair and Young, back in the 50s, I believe, a long time ago. But anyway, George Strait had this out back in the, I don't know, 90s, probably something like that. But anyway, my name is Keith Williams of Fret More Guitar Lessons, where we fret more, stress less, and make a whole lot of music. Gonna make a little music on this one today. Pretty much 3-chord country song. There's a G7 in there that I'm throwing in. You can throw it in or throw it out. I don't care. It doesn't matter. It's not maybe necessary, but anyway, I'll show you with it in and with it out, and you can, like I say, do whatever you want to with it. But anyway, let me show you chords real quick. And key of G, here we go. I'll be playing the G like this mainly because I'm doing that G7. So I play a G like that once in a while, so I can hit that G7 there. Okay, there's a C in there and a D. And so if you just want to keep it straight, 3 chords, why, you know, hey, go for it. Not a big deal. One thing I always say about music is, you know, just be creative and do it your own way. You don't have to do it exactly like it's done. You can do it in a different key. It doesn't have to be. I'm doing it in the key that George did it in and Farron did it in. But, you know, if you can't sing it in G or don't want to sing it in G, play it in A or D or whatever. It doesn't matter. But I'm going to show you in G, and then you can transpose it and change it around or whatever you want to do. But anyway, so we got four verses, not really a chorus to it. It just, every verse has that "if you ain't loving, you ain't living" at the end of it, and that's kind of how it goes. So the progression is the same all the way through. The little fiddle part at the beginning just kind of starts out in G, goes to D. I'm just doing a down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. I sometimes don't explain my strumming patterns because honestly, I have to really slow them down and know what I'm doing sometimes, because it's hard to, you know, I'm just playing it and go with it, and so I don't always know if it's down, up, down, or I don't know. Anyway, I'm mainly here to show you the chords, and I will show you the strumming pattern if I can remember it. But anyway, I'm not against doing that, but I just don't always think about it, what I'm doing there. I'm just doing it. But anyway, so the first verse, like I say, going to that G, we'll go to the D there at the beginning, just a little intro if you want to do that. If you got a Cadillac, boy, to the D, and a 40-room shack, boy, back to the G, bucket full of money, D, and a tree full of honey. That's where I'm doing the G7th, right after that 4th line of each verse. Now, again, if you didn't do that, bucket and a tree full of honey, you can just stay in that G, not do it. No. But if you get no hug into the C, okay, no smooching or mugging G, if you ain't loving D, then you ain't living. Okay, that's the whole song right there. 4 verses, exactly like that. I'm going to do one more verse for you. I won't do all 4, but I'll do one more for you. And like I said, they're all going to be the same. And so he goes right into the 2nd verse. If you're riding on a gravy train, I'm just going to talk this one here. Instead of walking down Lover's Lane, G. You can't make hey boy, D, because you're going the wrong way, boy. And then if you want to do the G7th, and then you got to get a little honey to C. It's better than money. Back to the G. If you ain't loving, back to D there, then you ain't living, G. And then there's a little break there. I did a cover on this. You can check out and follow along with it if you want to. On the cover, or on the cover I did. I just went in this little break. I didn't do maybe the full break that they did. I just went to the D. If they call you big man. Went back to and then go into the 3rd verse there. And then I did a little break, I think, between the 3rd and 4th verse, but you don't have to do that. I think they do 2 breaks, I believe, in George's version. just to kind of extend the song, because the song's kind of short, really. If you just go right into it and sing the whole thing through and don't do any breaks. So, but anyway, that's the whole song. I say you can leave that G7. You can leave that out if you don't want to do that. But because when I watched Farron do it, he didn't play the G7. It sounds like that George, when they're playing it, they're going to the G7. For a while, I was wondering if they weren't going to D7 every time. I kind of like the D7. I'll let you hear how it sounds just for fun. If they call you a big man, but you got a lot of bottom land. If you get to the president, I kind of like the D7th. But anyway, Farron wasn't going to the D7th, and the time I saw George, he doesn't play a lot. He usually was just holding his guitar, but looked like the times I saw him, he was just going to the D as well. And I looked up some tabs, and one of them was just G, C, and D like we're doing here. There was no G7th in it. And I looked up one that they did it in D, but they were doing a 7th. They were doing it, like in this case, we would do a D7th. They were doing an A7th, in the key of D. So, but anyway, just keep it simple. Do the G, D, G, C, and D, and then it's a very cool song, just a fun song to sing and play. And like I say, you want to leave G7th in, go ahead for whatever you want to do there. But anyway, a quick lesson for you today. How about that? Anyway, appreciate y'all tuning in. And if you could just give us a thumbs up on this one. Subscribe to us if you would. And check out our other videos out there. And we'll see y'all in the next one. Thanks.